Hi, this is Devupriya Dhali, and honestly, I'm doing this first time, so it's all very awkward for me. I have no script, nothing planned. I just wanted to do this because, well, there's lipstick on my lips. I mean, teeth, sorry. I'm so nervous right now. And I wanted to do this for a very long time, but I was debating on it a lot. Like, because this isn't something uh, like we talk about usually, right? So yeah, so here's the thing. I am a BHM student, and homeopathy has been a part of my whole life. And didn't take homeopathy as a career by an accident or anything. I actually knew, kind of in a way, that I'm going to do this back in my mind, but still I wanted to try other things like fashion, or I wanted to do, art, as you can see my wall. But like, yeah, but this wasn't it. I was kind of told to do this. That's one of the reasons. The other is I wanted to do this for I wanted to do this myself, but I never had that courage to, just chase after my dreams. And I was always that, you can see that I don't have a lot of confidence, right? So this is more like a vlogging thing I'm doing right now. And I have been doing self reflection videos for a very long time. Like, for the past year, it started last September. It all started last September when we were having our exams, right? Finals exams for our first BHMS. Like, yeah, and our first BHMS course is of 1.5 years. So we joined February 2023, and we had our exams in it was 2024, right? No, we joined the course actually in 2022, and we had our exams in September 2024. So that long. And that was the start. I had depression undiagnosed for a very long time due to personal reasons, which I will not be sharing, and I hope that people understand that. But like, I had chronic depression. I've been struggling with it, and I think I have other kind of problems, but they are like mostly undiagnosed, especially in India. These kind of things goes undiagnosed for a lot of people. Like, we don't have this like a regular thing, getting diagnosed and everything. It's very uncommon. I was sick, so sick that I was throwing up. I was having all kinds of problems you can ever imagine physically. I couldn't get up from the bed. I couldn't get out of the bed. And so I was like, I was failing my classes. I was that sick from a girl who never like, from being straight A student to being someone who was failing the classes. That took a toll on me. And going to college, meeting all different kinds of people, it was out of my comfort zone on the top. And I had to leave my home and live there. That was another thing. I had to do everything on my own. So it was a very new experience, honestly. And right now, I can 100% say that I have healed all my mental issues, like all of them. Like, after healing, I realized how important it is for people to heal, how important it is for people to understand that you can be normal, and normal is very different from that painful period that people are in. A lot of people are going through all kind of mental issues, all kind of this, like various types of issues that is related to mental health. And mental health is so important, right? Like it affects your spiritual growth, spiritual health. It affects you physically after a long period. So I was diagnosed with chronic depression finally, after I told my parents that I'm having these problems due to certain reasons, due to my past. And then they took me to the therapist, and there I was diagnosed with chronic depression. And that therapist gave me a lot of medication, and he was only counseling me on moral basis. Like, that doesn't help, right? So, and I didn't took those antidepressant medicines or whatever. then i then I realized I have been taking homeopathy medicine. And September, it all started on September. My doctor, who is Dr. Shaptoshi Banerjee, I am revealing this without his consent, so sorry, sir. But like, I should have taken consent now. Anyway, so we can cut this part out. But anyway, the thing is, so he actually, before I vomited my pain, no way, I actually did. So it was like, before I vomited my pain, he gave me carcinosinum 200, and I started vomiting all my problems after that. So based on some symptoms, he chose carcinosin for me. And then for the next visit, it was, I think, October. Then he gave me the second dose, November 3rd, and December, until right now. I have my next visit on September again. It's going to be a year. I have been taking homeopathy, like ritually. Like, actually, I've been following it well, and without any kind of, like, actually, like, any kind of misconception about it, and like taking it with faith and belief, because it had helped me personally. And I have been taking homeopathy my whole life, but I never believed it. Even after like joining this course, I have done it for a year and a half, and I still didn't believe it, right? But what changed my belief so strongly, to the point that I'm making this video, and I might potentially put this out in the world for people to see, for the internet to have this record of me, because I believe so strongly that homeopathy works, and it will help not only you physically, but mentally as well as spiritually. Like, it is so important for people to see that the most of the symptoms we have are so much mentals, right? Like, and that is what we need right now in this world. That's why I'm like doing this. I was coming home today, and I had this strong feeling in me that I had to share this. Actually, I shared with a couple of people, and I've been suggesting to people, like, you have to try homeopathy, because it works, and it works wonderfully, especially for the people who are having any kind of mental issues, right? It may be congenital, it may not heal completely, but it will help you live 100% better life. And look, there are a lot of quack doctors out there who are not like 100% believers. So you need to go to a doctor who is 100%, like, who's authentic, who uses homeopathy like it's a prayer. Like, it's like that kind of pure thing. So yeah, first is a good doctor. Secondly, you have to take it ritually, the way he suggests, the doctor suggests, he or she. And there are multiple great homeopaths out there who are doing fantastic work in healing people, right? And there are so many surgical cases, cancer cases, a lot of cases which have not been able to have not been able to be cured by the modern medicines, right? Allopathy and other, you know. And so you just give it a try. It's just plain water, right? At most you will be drinking water for 1 month, right? What is that? You're just having a good hydration. So yeah, but my faith and my belief is that homeopathy works 100%, and so much so that I am making this video and I can 100% say I have healed. I have healed. I can say I am healthy because my social life has improved. Genuinely, I have my boundaries set right now. I didn't have those. I was a people pleaser to the point I will neglect my own comfort zone, to the point I will be like, I don't know, just put myself in the lowest. But I think this past year, 2025, have been such a wonderful year for me personally, that I have grown so much as a person, as a human being. Spiritually, I am a strong believer of Krishna consciousness, and so I follow ISKCON. So if you are someone who are looking for spirituality, I have tried so many stuff like Vipassana and this and that and all. Ultimately, I go back to ISKCON and Krishna, and because that that is where, just experience that once and you will understand why it is so much more better than anything else out there when it comes to spirituality, right? So that is number two. So those two things helped me to improve my lifestyle a lot. Like, by I was here, maybe I'm like now here. That gap, for me personally, that is like, wow, I am now living like a normal person. I'm like thinking normal things instead of being always depressed and crying and always having bad day. I was rude to my own loved ones. I was indifferent to my own benefits and good things, right? Like, can you imagine me sabotaging? Okay, so English isn't my first language. I'm Bengali, and I am doing this video in English so that, because it's a language most of the people understand. So yeah, that's it. And so yeah, that's it. And my accent is like all due to, because of the influence of the media, so there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, so that's how life is. And I love the 2 hour Taylor Swift interview by New Heights. That was the first time I heard her like yapping and sharing her, and that was very inspiring, honestly. That also was one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because that was so inspiring, and it was personally like, wow, I love her more. The more I get to know her, the more. And some of the people I have followed a lot are BTS. So yeah, in my life, in my dark times, that was them. That was all them. They helped me a lot. So music is the other thing that I love so much, right? So yeah, homeopathy, ISKCON, music. These are the some of the stuff which helped me in my dark times. So you can actually use it to heal. Recently, I did my practice again in music. I started it again. Like, whenever I come home, I do it, and it cleans my body. I can feel my body cleans out of all the dark material and stuff. And when I say music and practice, I mean classical music, Indian classical music, right? And what I do is Banarasi Gharana. Banarasi Gharana, that's what it is called, if I'm not wrong. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Yeah, so that is what it is. So that is all for today, and that's my story. That's my story of healing and being here today, enjoying a life and thinking about future from the darkness. So I really really recommend homeopathy to the people, to all the people who are struggling mentally. Just try it once. And who are all the people who look, homeopaths does not are not people who are crazy enough to say that, oh, don't do surgery because homeopathy can heal it. When we need surgery, homeopaths recommend surgery, right? So there is no misconception about it. Don't go into the misconceptions. But as a everyday physical and mental treatment, why opt for something so crude that will degrade your health to the point of no return, right? So homeopathy is there. It is the most gentlest form of healing and cure. So give it a try, and I hope for the best for everyone out there. Thank you. Bye bye.